Anyway, speaking of painful, have you seen the new Car Shield commercials with Ric Flair?
I have. They were all over Dark Side of the Ring.
My God, and also Dave Marquez is interviewing him on one. And is that Eli Drake costumed up that he chops him and hits him with a chair or something?
I don't know. Someone told me Peter Avalon is in one of the videos with him, but I didn't see that one.
I don't know, because it was quick, and I've that one I've glanced up and saw. But did they do those with a VHS camcorder in one take? I mean, I'm not knocking Flair, and obviously it's a big promotion because they're everywhere, but they could have shot that they could have actually done multiple takes instead of one take, having him read the entire verbiage they had written for him off of a screen while the camera is seeing him looking down, reading this off the fucking screen. And it looked like they brought him into a fucking office, stood him in front of one camera, said, "Here, read this now," did it, and he fucking left. Is this a national company?
I believe so, yes.
They couldn't have budgeted any type of production for this. They could not have done a couple of takes so Rick could actually be looking at the camera when he's saying some of these lines. It was outlaw. That looked like a Classy Motors commercial on Smoky Mountain Wrestling with the Classy Motors owner Wayne. I've told you that, right? That somebody tweeted that. Buddy Landell went out and did the spot where he was going to buy Bobby Blaze a car, but he couldn't find one shitty enough for him at Classy Motors. And the guy that's with him, his name was Terry Kenner. He was the owner of the car lot, but he didn't want anybody that called up to complain about the shitty cars that he sold to know it. So every time they'd call up and ask for Terry, the boss, he'd say, "Well, this is Wayne. He's not here right now." So everybody that walked in thought he was the flunky that swept up. He was really the guy that fucking owned the place. Where was I going with that?
Well, I was watching parts of Dark Side last night. My oldest daughter and Suzanne were with me. And when one of those Flair commercials came on, they had no idea what to make of it. They couldn't understand why he was behaving that way. They started laughing at the ridiculousness of the commercial, but I don't know if it did anything to promote Car Shield, really.
And it wasn't flattering to Rick because, again, they did not have to do that all in one take. I've produced commercials before. They could have shot a couple of different lines and fucking edited it and done it in some other way where it didn't just look like they said, "Here, read what's on this screen that you're looking at, and we'll just shoot you with one camera and just one take and then leave." It was so I don't know if I want my car shielded yet. Did I ever tell you, and maybe this might save this whole thing, did I ever tell you about the time Flair had me drive his fucking BMW from Atlanta back to Charlotte?
No.
Okay. He's going to stay over and fly, right? We've done Atlanta TV. This is in the booking years for TBS. And so he's driven down there. He's got that BMW. It was a new model, so then it's late 80s. And he says, "Well, you want to drive my car back?" I said, "Sure," because I always don't want to fucking fly, right? So I'll drive his car back to Charlotte. So he gives me the keys, boom, put my stuff in the car, take off, and I say, "I've got to get some gas." So I pull off on the outskirts of Atlanta, right off of 85 there on the way up to Charlotte, pull into a gas station. Remember, this is the days before cell phones, right? So there's no way to call Flair at this point because if I fucking got to a payphone and looked up the number of the goddamn hotel he was at, if I knew it, and then called the fucking front desk on the payphone, and then they were able to find him in the bar, but you see where this is going, right? I can't get the gas tank open. There's a goddamn release that I've not been clued in on the location of. It doesn't take a key. There's not even a thing where you can reach in and pry it open somehow. And I stood there at that gas station for 20 minutes searching that BMW like the feds searching for drugs, trying to find the release on the gas hatch. But I thought at one point I was either going to have to find, because now bear in mind, this was not the greatest location. I didn't want to go up to strangers at 1 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, I got this fucking BMW over here and I need some help trying to get in the gas tank. So finally, I found the fucking thing. I can't remember where it was now. It may have been in the glove compartment, and opened the goddamn gas thing so I could get gas in it and get it back to Charlotte. That's the same one we were driving to Columbia one day, me and him and Kevin Sullivan, and I'm in the back seat, and it's a nice day. It's a nice warm fall day. And I start sweating. I said, Rick, you turn the air up a little bit. Yeah, I see him turning shit up there. I kind of feel some air, but I'm still sweating. Rick, can you turn that up? Yeah, here, let me give you some more. And I hear the air blowing up front, but I'm still fucking hot. As finally he started laughing, that's when I realized he had heated seats, including the back seats. This car had everything. It was like a goddamn luxury apartment. He had pressed the button up there and had been cooking me on the fucking seat heater in the middle of a goddamn 80-degree day. That's why I've not spent money on cars in my life. They get too smart. They do too many things.
Oh, come on.
Did you ever have heated seats on your car, Brian?
Of course.
Well, of course. Well, it wasn't a big...
You don't have heated seats?
I do now, but I didn't in 1989.
Well, I do now. I didn't in 1989. When are you talking, now or then?
Well, I'm talking then. What kind of seats did you have in 1989?
You said do you, not did you.
Well, did you?
I don't remember what car I was in 1989. I was 9.
Then you had a car seat in 1989.
I didn't have a car seat. I was sitting without the car seat at 9. How long were you in the car seat for?
But you were small for your age.
I was pretty normal size for my age.
All right, then. You know what? If Rick needs to buy a car, or you'd like to cover your car with Car Shield, or buy a car yourself, or buy a car and give it to Rick, or whatever the fuck might be going on, the best thing probably to do is visit Scoremaster.
That's right.
That's right. Some way or another, it makes sense. Because if you go to get a car loan, say your credit score is in the high 500s, mid 600s. I don't know what Rick's was back then. But if yours is in the high 5s to mid 6s when you bought that new car, if you'd gone to Scoremaster first and raised your credit score just the average 61 points that Scoremaster can raise your credit score in 20 days or less, you could have saved $9,000 on your car loan. If you'd gone to Scoremaster and raised your credit score 61 points that the average Scoremaster user raises their credit score, you could save $100,000 over the life of the loan. The whole key is raising your credit score and using Scoremaster, the new credit science that super boosts that credit score. Don't give the banks and these greedy corporations control of your finances. Take control of them yourself. You can enroll in minutes and see how many points Scoremaster can add to your credit score. Just visit scoremaster.com/JCE, scoremaster.com/JCE, and that way when you slash me, they know that you're in with the cool kids and they'll take care of you. Super boost your credit score with Score, and then you'll be able to afford a BMW that you can't figure out how to put gas in.